Feminine, listen closely. The eclipse may be over in the sky, but it has only just begun in your body. The sudden headaches, the pressure in your chest, the strange exhaustion that hits you out of nowhere, the waves of heat, the chills, the restless sleep. These are not accidents. They are alerts. They are signals that the universe is rewiring you, stripping the old, anchoring the new, syncing you with your masculine in ways you cannot ignore. So the question is not, am I imagining this? The question is, will you recognize the signs and rise through them, or collapse under them? Why the body reacts after an eclipse. The eclipse has ended in the sky, but for the divine feminine, it has only just begun inside the body. You see, cosmic events like this are not just external spectacles. They are energetic resets. And while most of the world watches the shadow move across the moon and then goes back to life as usual, you cannot, because your body is designed differently. It is the vessel of the field. It is the anchor of the union. And when the heavens shift, you are the one who feels it first, not only in spirit, but in flesh. Why does the body react so strongly after an eclipse? Because the feminine is the antenna. Her body does not simply carry her soul, it carries the frequency of the connection. And when a cosmic portal opens, like the one the eclipse activated, it doesn't just download light codes into the spirit. It presses into the physical. It rewires cells. It shakes the nervous system. It forces toxins, old patterns, and stagnant energy out through the body itself. This is why you wake up exhausted for no reason, why your sleep feels restless, filled with dreams that seem more real than the waking world, why your chest feels heavy, as if carrying pressure that you cannot explain, why your skin tingles, why your stomach feels unsettled, why your head pounds or spins. These are not random. They are not signs that you are weak. They are proof that your vessel is recalibrating to hold a vibration that is bigger than before. And here is the truth. The masculine feels the eclipse too, but not like you. His resistance keeps the energy in his mind and in his external world. Circumstances breaking down, distractions collapsing, but you, feminine, carry it in your body. You absorb first. You process first. You fudge first. Because you are the anchor. You are the one who steadies the field when he begins to tremble. Think about it. How many times have you felt physical symptoms that doctors couldn't explain, only to realize they aligned perfectly with an energetic shift in your connection? How many times did you feel waves of heat, sudden dizziness, or unexplained tears, and later noticed the masculine was in crisis at that exact same time. That is not coincidence. That is the bond moving through your body. The eclipse amplifies this connection. The shadow that moved across the moon mirrors the shadow moving through your cells. Old wounds buried in your tissues rise to the surface. Emotional trauma, once locked in the nervous system, releases as tremors, shaking, restlessness. Even your DNA responds because eclipses are cosmic activations. They rewrite patterns at the deepest level, preparing you for the next stage of union. And yet, here is the danger. If you do not understand this, you may collapse into fear. You may think something is wrong with you. You may resist the symptoms, numb them, fight them. But the moment you resist, the energy gets stuck. Instead of flowing through, it lodges deeper. Instead of cleansing, it creates more pressure. That is why awareness is everything. You must know this. What you are feeling is not punishment. It is purification. Your body is not breaking down. It is upgrading. Every ache, every wave, every symptom is evidence that the universe is moving through you, stripping away what cannot enter the next stage. You are not weak for feeling this. You are chosen for it. This is why the body reacts after an eclipse, because the feminine's body is the battlefield and the sanctuary at once. It is where the old dies and the new is born. It is where the masculine's resistance meets her openness. It is where union begins to anchor long before words are spoken or actions are taken. So feminine, if your body is trembling, if you are restless, if you are aching tonight, do not panic. Do not collapse. Do not call it weakness. Name it for what it is, recalibration. You are being prepared. You are being tested. You are being stripped clean so that when the next stage arrives, you can hold it. The world sees the eclipse as over, but for you, it is only beginning, and your body is the proof. When an eclipse shakes the field, the feminine does not only feel it emotionally or spiritually, she feels it in her body. And this is where many panic, because the symptoms are real, intense, and often come without warning. But hear this clearly. They are not random. They are not illness. And they are not weakness. They are the language of your body translating cosmic codes. Let's start with the most common: intense fatigue. After an eclipse, many feminines report feeling drained, as if every ounce of energy has been poured out. You wake up tired, even after hours of sleep. Tasks that once felt easy suddenly feel heavy. This isn't laziness or lack of discipline. It's your body shutting down distractions so it can use its energy to process upgrades. The eclipse floods your nervous system with new frequencies, and your body needs stillness to integrate them. Then comes sleeplessness and vivid dreams. Some nights you may not rest at all. Other nights you fall asleep but wake up trembling from visions that feel too real. These dreams are not random. They are your subconscious releasing, your soul traveling, your connection syncing with the masculine. Pay attention. Dreams during this time often reveal what is being purged: old wounds, past life memories, or scenes of reunion that are already anchored in the spirit. Another common symptom is pressure in the chest or heart palpitations. The heart chakra is the center of this journey, and eclipses target it directly. You may feel as though your chest is tight, heavy, or pulsing with waves of energy. Sometimes it feels like anxiety, but it isn't fear, it's expansion. Your heart is stretching to hold more light, more truth, more union than before. Many feminines also feel headaches, dizziness, or pressure in the crown and third eye. These are signs that your upper chakras are opening wider, recalibrating to receive the codes released during the eclipse. It can feel disorienting, like you're not fully in your body, like the ground beneath you is unstable. But this is exactly what's happening. The illusions you once stood on are being stripped away. There are also waves of heat, chills, or sudden temperature shifts in the body. One moment you are burning, the next you are freezing. These are not illnesses. They are your nervous system releasing and balancing energy. Eclipses create polarity surges, and your body, as an antenna, oscillates between extremes until it finds its new equilibrium. Some feminines report digestive issues or stomach pressure. The solar plexus and sacral chakras are deeply impacted because they hold so much of your stored fear, control patterns, and ancestral wounds. When these areas purge, you may feel nausea, cramping, or strange hunger and thirst patterns. Again, this is cleansing, not collapse. And then there are the emotional surges that manifest physically. Tears that come without warning. Shaking hands, trembling legs, sudden waves of anger or grief that feel like they are moving through your bloodstream. This is energy leaving. Do not shame it. Do not suppress it. Let it pass through. Now here is what you must understand. Not every feminine will feel all of these, but every feminine will feel at least some of them. The body always reacts after a cosmic reset, because you are carrying not only your energy, but the masculines as well. His resistance, his fear, his breaking pours through your system. You are not only processing your upgrades, you are anchoring his too. The danger is mistaking these symptoms for collapse. The ego whispers, "Something is wrong. You are weak. You can't handle that." But the soul says, "This is proof. This is alignment. This is purification." Which voice you believe decides how quickly you move through it. So feminine, pay attention. Your body is talking. Every ache, every pulse, every restless night is a message. The old is leaving. The new is anchoring. Trust me. The most common symptoms after an eclipse are not warnings of failure. They are evidence that you are being prepared. And if you understand this, if you recognize these signs for what they are, then instead of collapsing, you rise, because the body never lies. And right now, it is telling you union is closer than ever. One of the most misunderstood parts of the twin flame journey is this. The divine feminine doesn't just feel her own energy. She feels his. She carries it, processes it, and often experiences the masculine's breaking inside her own body before he even admits it to himself. After an eclipse, this truth becomes louder than ever. Because while the masculine tries to hide, his energy has nowhere left to run. And where does it go? Straight into you. Have you noticed it? The sudden heaviness that doesn't feel like yours. The random waves of restlessness when your day was calm just moments before. The moments when your heart races, your chest feels tight, your skin tingles with heat, and deep down you know, this isn't me. That's because his body, his mind, his soul are under pressure, and the cord between you transfers that vibration straight into your system. The masculine often resists his emotions. He avoids his body. He numbs himself with work, distractions, substances, or shallow connections. But energy doesn't disappear just because he tries to ignore it. It leaks. And when it leaks, it reaches you, because you are the open vessel. You are the one not resisting, the one designed to feel first. During eclipse portals, his illusions collapse at hyperspeed. The distractions don't soothe him anymore. His pride cracks. His body starts to tremble with a truth he can no longer deny. And since he still resists fully facing it, the energy pushes outward, spilling through the bond. That's why you, feminine, may feel his fear as a pit in your stomach. You may feel his grief as tears that come from nowhere. You may feel his anger as sudden heat rushing through your chest. And here's the danger. If you don't recognize this, you'll believe it's yours. You'll think you're spiraling, that you're regressing, that you've failed. But no, you are carrying his purge. You are transmuting his breaking through your body. This is why the after effects of eclipses are so heavy for the feminine. She is processing both fields at once. Think of the dreams that hit harder after an eclipse. The masculine showing up restless, lost, sometimes even crying. The visions where he reaches for you, or where you feel his presence pressing close. These are not just dreams. They are his soul bleeding through to you, because the veil is thinner and the connection more charged. And your body responds accordingly, trembling, sweating, waking in the middle of the night with his energy still echoing in your chest. Even the physical symptoms tie to his state. His fear of inadequacy may press into your solar plexus, leaving you nauseous or restless. His grief may echo in your lungs, making your chest feel heavy. His longing may pulse in your sacral chakra, showing up as heat or restlessness in your body. His confusion may manifest as dizziness, headaches, or sudden waves of disorientation. This is why your body feels like a battlefield after the eclipse. Because you are not only purging your old wounds, you are holding space for his collapse too. The cord between you does not allow his breaking to stay hidden. It passes through. And though it can feel unbearable, it is sacred, because every wave of his energy that you process helps clear the path for him to finally surrender. But here is the warning. You cannot collapse into his fear. If you mistake his panic for your truth, you spiral. If you let his grief pull you down into despair, you destabilize the field. The key is awareness. To pause and say, "This wave is not mine. I feel it, but I do not claim it. I allow it to move through me, but I will not collapse into it." The masculine's energy shows up in your body because you are the anchor. And while it feels unfair at times, it is also proof of your power. You are the one strong enough to hold what he cannot yet face. You are the one chosen to process what he still resists. And when you hold steady, he feels it. Your calm steadies his chaos. Your alignment guides his surrender. So feminine, the next time your body shakes with energy that doesn't make sense, don't ask, "What's wrong with me?" Ask, "What is he breaking through right now that I am helping to clear?" That awareness changes everything. Because once you see it for what it is, the weight becomes lighter. You are no longer collapsing into fear. You are standing in purpose. And that is the truth of this stage. The masculine's energy is flooding into your body, not to weaken you, not to punish you, but to show you that you are the bridge, the anchor, the flame that will carry both of you through this portal. One of the most dangerous traps for the divine feminine after an eclipse is confusing what she is feeling. The symptoms are real: the heart racing, the headaches, the trembling in the chest, the exhaustion that hits without warning. But here is the question: are these symptoms fear, or are they release? If you don't know how to tell the difference, you may collapse into panic at the very moment you are being freed. Fear and release can look the same from the outside. Both make your body shake. Both make your chest heavy. Both can bring tears, restlessness, even dizziness. But the difference lies in the vibration underneath. Fear contracts. Release expands. Fear whispers lies. Release speaks truth. Fear chains you. Release liberates you. Let's break this down. When it is fear, the energy feels like suffocation. Your thoughts spiral. What if this never happens? What if he leaves me? What if I can't carry this anymore? Your chest feels tight, your breath shallow, and your body tenses as if bracing for attack. Fear drags you inward into darkness. It wants you to collapse, to believe the worst, to live as if union is impossible. Fear feeds doubt, and its goal is to keep you paralyzed. When it is release, the energy feels overwhelming, but also cleansing. The tears flow, but with them comes a strange lightness. The shaking rises and falls in waves, leaving your body softer after each surge. Your chest may ache, but it loosens after the cry. Your breath deepens once the energy passes. Release doesn't trap you, it empties you. You may feel raw, exposed, undone, but you also feel clearer. That is how you know it is release, not collapse. The eclipse amplifies both. It magnifies fear to test you, but it also magnifies release to cleanse you. The key is awareness. When the wave comes, pause. Ask yourself, does this energy make me smaller, or does it leave me lighter? If it shrinks you, you are collapsing into fear. If it clears you, you are moving through release. Here's another marker. Fear is noisy in the mind. Release is loud in the body, but quiet in the spirit. Fear makes your thoughts race, telling stories of rejection and abandonment. Release silences the mind, even if just for a moment, and leaves you in a kind of stillness after the storm. That stillness is sacred. It is proof that something has left. Now here's the danger. If you mistake release for fear, you'll resist it. you'll numb yourself, distract yourself, deny yourself the purge. And when you do that, the energy gets stuck. It lodges deeper, waiting for the next storm to rise again. That is why so many cycles repeat, because what was meant to release became repressed instead. On the other hand, if you mistake fear for release, you'll indulge it. You'll spiral deeper, thinking every panic is sacred, when in truth you are feeding the illusion. Fear is a thief. It disguises itself as truth, so you'll give it power. But when you learn to discern, you starve it. You stop collapsing into its lies. And here's the truth the universe wants you to know. After an eclipse, most of what you feel is release. Yes, fear will rise, but only because it is the final fragments leaving your body. The shaking, the heaviness, the tears are not proof of failure. They are evidence of cleansing. The feminine's task is not to avoid them, but to let them pass through without attaching to them. Think of it like a storm. Fear is the voice that says, "The storm will destroy you." Release is the rain that washes you clean. Both come with thunder. Both come with lightning. Both shake your ground. But only one leaves you lighter after it passes. So, feminine, the next time your body trembles, ask, is this fear or is this release? Breathe into it. Feel it. Don't numb it. Don't run from it. If it feels suffocating and dark, step back. Remind yourself, this is illusion. This is not truth. If it feels like heaviness leaving, let it flow. Let it pour out of you like rain, because that is your soul being freed. Distinguishing fear from release is the difference between collapse and breakthrough. One keeps you chained to the old. The other clears the path for union. And right now, after the eclipse, that choice is in your hands every time the wave comes. So be alert. Recognize the signs. Don't collapse into fear. Don't mislabel your cleansing as weakness. Stand steady, breathe deep, and let the release do its work. Because what feels like trembling is not your end. It is your rebirth. How to anchor yourself during physical shifts. The eclipse may be over in the sky, but inside your body, the storm is still moving. The waves of heat, the pounding in your chest, the sleepless nights, the sudden exhaustion, all of these are signs that your vessel is carrying the recalibration. The question is not whether the symptoms will come. The question is, when they do, will you collapse into panic or anchor yourself in truth? Anchoring yourself during these shifts is not about avoiding the storm. It's about standing steady while it moves through you. And to do that, you must learn to treat your body not as an enemy, but as an ally. because what you are feeling is not betrayal, it is preparation. The first key to anchoring is breath. When the waves rise, your instinct will be to tighten, to resist, to hold your breath. But the moment you do, the energy lodges deeper. Instead, open. Breathe slowly, deeply, intentionally. With each inhale, remind yourself, this is energy leaving. With each exhale, release it. Breath is your bridge between the physical and the spiritual. It calms your nervous system and signals to your body that you are safe, even in the storm. The second key is grounding. When the symptoms spiral, dizziness, anxiety, heaviness in the chest, your energy is often scattered, pulled into the chaos. Grounding pulls you back into the present. Place your bare feet on the earth if you can. Hold something solid, a stone, a piece of wood, even your own body. Speak out loud. I am here. I am anchored. I am safe. These simple acts root your energy, reminding both body and spirit that you are not drifting, you are stable. The third key is awareness. Remember what we spoke about. Fear and release can look similar. Your mind will want to label every ache as danger, but anchoring means choosing to see symptoms as messages, not threats. When the headache comes, say, my crown is opening. When the chest tightens, say, my heart is expanding. When exhaustion hits, say, my body is integrating. Awareness transforms panic into participation. Instead of fighting your body, you join it in the process. The fourth key is movement. Not frantic, not forced, but gentle flow. Stretch. Walk slowly. Let your body sway with music. Energy gets stuck when we freeze. Movement helps it pass through. Even trembling itself is a form of movement, a sacred release built into your nervous system. Instead of stopping it, allow it. Let your body do what it was designed to do. Purge what no longer belongs. The fifth key is hydration and nourishment. Physical shifts after an eclipse demand more from your vessel. Drink water, eat grounding foods, roots, grains, natural fruits. Stay away from what numbs or overstimulates, because your system is already under high frequency. Every drop of water you drink helps flush stagnant energy. Every bite of clean food helps stabilize the vibration. The sixth key is silence. The eclipse awakens noise in your body, in your emotions, in your dreams. Anchoring requires carving out moments of quiet. Turn off the distractions. Sit in stillness. Place your hand on your chest or stomach and simply listen. Silence isn't emptiness. It's where your body tells you what's actually happening. And in that silence, you'll realize you are not breaking. you are being rebuilt. And finally, the seventh key, trust. Without trust, every symptom becomes fear. Without trust, every wave feels like collapse. But with trust, every symptom becomes proof. Every wave becomes purification. Trust doesn't erase the discomfort, but it changes your relationship to it. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim of the storm, you recognize yourself as the anchor of it. So, feminine, when your body shakes, do not fight it. When your chest burns, do not fear it. When exhaustion pulls you down, do not shame it. Anchor yourself. Breathe, ground, move, drink, rest, trust. These are not punishments, they are sacred initiations. Your body is not your enemy, it is your ally in anchoring the union. Because if you collapse, the field destabilizes. But if you anchor, the masculine feels it. He may not know why, but your steadiness becomes the safe place his soul longs for. And that is the hidden power of anchoring. It doesn't just stabilize you, it stabilizes the entire connection. The eclipse is testing your vessel, but the test was never about how much you can suffer. It was always about how steady you can stand while the storm passes. And the moment you realize this, every symptom transforms from burden to blessing. You are not being undone. You are being fortified. Anchor yourself, and the storm will pass through, leaving only truth behind. When the divine feminine begins to feel the physical symptoms after an eclipse, the first instinct is often fear. Why is this happening to me? Am I collapsing? Am I weak? But here lies the truth. These symptoms are not signs of weakness. They are signs of initiation. They are proof that you are passing through a sacred threshold that not everyone is chosen to cross. Think about it. The majority of the world experiences an eclipse as just another night. They may notice the shadow in the sky, take a photo, and move on with their lives. But you cannot. You feel it ripple through your chest, your dreams, your skin, your bones. That's because you are not just living a life. You are walking a mission. You are part of a union that carries frequencies far greater than the personal, and your body has been chosen as the vessel to hold and transmit those frequencies. That is initiation. So, what exactly is being initiated? It is the breaking of the old feminine template. For centuries, the feminine has been taught to silence her body, to numb her emotions, to shrink in the face of pain. But now, with every headache, every tremor, every restless night, the universe is teaching you to listen instead of suppress, to feel instead of deny, to rise instead of collapse. This is your initiation into the full embodiment of your role as anchor of the union. The symptoms are not random discomforts. They are sacred codes unlocking in your body. The pressure in your chest is your heart expanding, training you to hold the weight of unconditional love. The tears that fall without reason are not breakdowns. They are baptisms, washing old wounds from your field. The exhaustion is not laziness. It is your body pulling you inward to integrate the light you've received. The dreams that shake you awake are not illusions. They are messages, training your consciousness to walk between worlds. Every symptom is a lesson. Every ache is an initiation. Every restless night is a ritual. And here's the truth. Initiation is never comfortable. It strips you. It pushes you to your limits. It forces you to face what you thought you couldn't carry. That's why it feels heavy, overwhelming, sometimes unbearable. But initiation is also holy because it refines you. It removes what you don't need. It strengthens what you do. It prepares you to stand in your power when the masculine collapses in his. The hidden initiation in these symptoms is also about trust. The universe asks, will you trust your body? Will you trust your soul? Will you trust that what feels like breaking is actually birthing? If you collapse into fear, the symptoms feel like chains. But if you trust, they become proof that you are crossing the threshold into a new stage of your journey. This is not just about you. Every wave you process clears space in the union. Every tremor you allow to pass strengthens the cord. Every tear you shed not only releases your pain, but also lightens his. You are not just being initiated for yourself. You are being initiated for both of you. And here is the most sacred truth. Once you pass through this initiation, you cannot go back. Your body will no longer tolerate the old patterns, the old illusions, the old fears. You will emerge different, lighter, stronger, more aligned. That is the purpose of the eclipse aftermath. That is the reason the symptoms come so fiercely. So, feminine, do not mistake your initiation for punishment. Do not call your sacred training collapse. See it for what it is. The universe preparing you, refining you, crowning you as the anchor of this union. Because when the masculine begins to feel his own breaking, he will need your steadiness. And these symptoms, these waves of fire, pressure, and trembling, are the very forge that makes you unshakable. This is the initiation hidden in your symptoms. The proof that you are chosen, the confirmation that you are strong enough, and the reminder that you are crossing into the next stage of union. You are not being undone, you are being prepared. And once this initiation is complete, nothing, not even fear, not even shadow, will be able to shake you again. Your body is preparing you for union. Feminine, the eclipse may look like it ended in the sky, but inside of you, it has only just begun. Every tremor, every ache, every restless night is not here to punish you. It is here to prepare you. What you are experiencing in your body is not collapse. It is recalibration. It is your vessel being reshaped to hold the frequency of the union that is drawing closer than ever before. Your body is not betraying you. It is speaking to you. The pressure in your chest says, your heart is expanding. The exhaustion says, your system is integrating codes of light. The tears that won't stop say, your soul is purging what cannot be carried forward. The dizziness says, your perspective is shifting beyond illusion. Every symptom is a messenger, and the message is clear. Union requires a new version of you, and your body is delivering her. This is why the symptoms feel relentless, because you cannot anchor the next stage of this journey in an old body with old energy under old patterns. The eclipse stripped the skies, and now it is stripping you, cell by cell, breath by breath. You are being emptied so you can be filled with something greater. The masculine will feel his own collapse in external ways. Relationships breaking, distractions crumbling, false identities dissolving. But you, feminine, feel it inside. Your body carries his restlessness. Your chest holds his grief. Your dreams echo his confusion. You are not only processing your own initiation, you are carrying his too. And though it feels heavy, it is proof of your sacred role as anchor. Here is the alert you must never forget. The symptoms are not forever. They are temporary waves designed to purge and refine. But how you respond to them shapes everything. If you collapse into fear, you lengthen the storm. If you anchor in trust, you accelerate the clearing. The body listens to your faith. The field responds to your steadiness. And the masculine leans on the vibration you choose. This is why awareness is so important. To recognize this trembling is not weakness, it is release. This exhaustion is not collapse, it is integration. This pressure is not danger, it is expansion. The moment you choose to see it this way, the symptoms lose their power to terrify you. Instead, they empower you. And here lies the final truth. Your body is preparing you for union. It is not just surviving the eclipse energy, it is evolving through it. It is becoming the container strong enough, pure enough, aligned enough to hold the sacred fire of reunion. You are not being diminished. You are being crowned. So breathe through the heaviness. Trust through the trembling. Stand steady through the sleepless nights. Every wave you endure is making you stronger. Every purge is making the field cleaner. Every ache is a step closer to the moment when union is not just written in the spirit, but manifested in the physical. Do not fear what you feel. Honor it, because your body is not breaking down. It is breaking open. And when it is done, you will carry a frequency so strong that nothing, not shadow, not illusion, not delay, will be able to stop what has already been destined. The eclipse has ended in the sky, but in your body, its work is alive. And that work is preparing you, not just for yourself, not just for your healing, but for the union your soul has always known. You are not collapsing. You are being completed. You are not being weakened. You are being weaponized with light. You are not falling apart. You are being built into the feminine who can carry forever. This is the final message. The symptoms are the proof. The pain is the preparation. The body is the vessel, and the union is inevitable.